Each year on February 22nd, the member organizations of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts join together to consider the issues facing girls in all corners of our globe and the ways we can make a difference. It's all about connections, connecting with each other, our sisters in guiding, and our guiding roots, and ensuring that girls and women from all walks of life, identities, and lived experiences feel a sense of belonging. Inclusivity and diversity are nothing new to Canadian guiding. They are truly a part of our roots. From 1909, as guiding caught on around the world, girls and women of a rich tapestry of cultures and nationalities became a part of the organization. Over the 100 years of our history, the global guiding community has embraced many faiths and cultures, empowering members to achieve the things that really matter to them in a safe, informed, and welcoming environment. Here in Canada, we are a mosaic of cultures and experiences. Like every corner of our country, my home province of Newfoundland and Labrador has blossomed thanks to an incredibly rich history and heritage. We are a strong and proud land and seafaring people with a unique culture that has been forged through time, heartache, and triumph. What we are today is the result of welcoming and including a widely diverse range of peoples and traditions. Our roots are deep and include the indigenous Inuit, Innu, and Métis people, and the descendants of Irish, Portuguese, Spanish, French, and English settlers. I began my guiding journey as a brownie, and then 3 years ago, I fulfilled my dream of becoming your Chief Commissioner. A big part of why this was my dream was to make sure that girls and women across our awesome country value and experience the principles of inclusion and diversity that have been so much a part of the sisterhood I have known throughout my life. As members, we can all show our commitment to being an organization that is open to all girls and women. Guiding should be a shining beacon for all that Canada is and all that our world can be. Now I'd like to show you a clip from a video that was shot last week at the Rooms in St. John's. I met with Julia, Kiera, and Claudia, and they each brought something of special value to them, their families, and culture. I'd like to introduce you now to Julia, Kiera, and Claudia, fellow Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. They've each brought something to share with us, something very special within their culture and their families. So Julia, tell us what you've brought today and why this is so important to your family.
This is a picture of my family and the judge the day that my dad became a Canadian citizen. This is his Canadian citizenship certificate. My dad was born in the United States. He grew up in the United States until he met my mom. Then they got married and came to Newfoundland. It is important to us because now Daddy can live and work with us for as long as he would like.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Julia, and I can really see how important that is to your family. Kiera, tell us about the special treasures that you've brought to share today.
I've brought my gloves. They are Aboriginal, and the hide and the beading and the rabbit fur are a traditional thing in Ontario chicken.
And that, I believe, is your cultural heritage. Can you tell us a little bit about that heritage and why this particular beading on these gloves and these gloves themselves are so important and so special to you?
Because my grandma, she bought the gloves and then made the beading. And my mom has a pair like these, and my grandma has a pair like these, but they have different beadings on them.
Mm-hmm. And your heritage is from Manitoulin Island. Just tell us a tiny little bit about Manitoulin Island.
It is the largest freshwater lake in Ontario, or in the world, and
and the people that live there are
Ojibwe.
Ojibwe. Mm-hmm.
And they speak that on a daily basis, and it's taught on a daily basis too.
So thank you so much for sharing that and for showing us these lovely artifacts that are so very important to your culture and why they hold a special place in your heart for you. Claudia, tell us about your particular treasure that you've brought and why it is so important to you.
I brought a family history book that was written by my grandmother, Jean Griffin, and it includes history that dates all the way back to the 1600s in England and the 1800s in Ireland, and it goes all the way up to the present day.
And I believe you were showing me some pictures in this and pointing out some of the history of your family, and it shows how the immigrant historical connection from families coming over from Europe, and your grandmother has translated this into a full family history and taking your family right from the 1600s right up to current day.
Yeah.
And I imagine that that's a very important historical document, not only for your family, but for your immediate family, but for everybody that's close to your family as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing these treasures with us today, girls. To all of my guiding sisters, I challenge you to get involved this World Thinking Day. You can start by downloading the Friendship Flyer, which you can find on girlguides.ca, and then take some time for reflection and exploration with the activities that are included. Have some fun and celebrate all that Girl Guides can do to make a difference in the world. Happy World Thinking Day from our East Coast here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador, to our North Coast and to our West Coast, British Columbia, with special Thinking Day greetings to our Girl Scouting sisters on our south border.